Hey everyone, Paul Verhoeven here, host of Steampunks on ABC Me and host of 28 Plays Later. Listen, Doctor Who is back. You will have been bathing in this episode for the past however long, but I wanted to do a quick recap and talk you through some of the points as to why I think this was really good. It was a really good episode. It was a very strong return to form, and I think most of that is because of my new favourite character, Bill Potts. So why is Bill so great? Apart from the fact that Pearl Mackie has done an incredible job of filling in Pearl's, various nuances, I think my favourite thing about Bill is the fact that she hungers for knowledge and doesn't feel the need to ask for permission to get it. You know, she sneaks into lectures. She's the kind of person that I was at university, although I was far less good at it. She also has a trait that typically Stephen Moffat creations, when they're women anyway, don't have. She listens to people and listens to information people are conveying, specifically the Doctor, when the information that they're conveying is worth listening to. She's not a contrarian. I mean, she speaks her mind, she wears her sexuality on her sleeve proudly without it beating people over the head with it, and what's more, she talks herself down from getting a Gallifreyan mind wipe. If that isn't strength of character, I don't know what is. But perhaps the most important thing is that she doesn't feel like a loudmouth placeholder proxy for a strong woman. She is a strong woman. If I had to do that thing, where you have to combine various characters to give a comparison that's palatable, I'd say she takes, the frankness of Donna, specifically when she asks how to get to the bathroom in the TARDIS. She walks into the TARDIS, and her first reaction is, gotta hang a piss. And then she takes certain aspects of my other favourite companion, Ace, specifically the fashion sense and the general ballsiness. God, I miss Ace. Also, it's worth mentioning, I think Pearl Mackie is an amazing actor. I mean, that scene where she's sitting on the bed, rifling through photographs of her mum, and she starts crying. I don't think I've seen acting of that caliber from a companion in a long time, maybe not since 2005. Plus, she wears a Prince shirt. Come on, a Prince shirt? Which leads me to believe, just in my head, that at some point they're gonna run into Prince. Because, as we all know, Prince isn't dead. He isn't dead. Something else the pilot does, God, it's confusing, why'd they call it the pilot? They might as well have called it the first episode of Doctor Who. Anyway, one thing it does that I love is it replaces the bumbling geography teacher and lovesick puppy dynamic of most of Matt Smith's tenure of Doctor Who under Stephen Moffat, and replaces it with, remember towards the tail end of Harry Potter, where Harry would have these one-on-one lessons with Dumbledore up in his office, and he'd give him a lemon sherbet, and they'd kind of talk like equals? That's what this feels like. It feels like this conspiratorial pact between two people who really like and respect each other. And it feels like that from day one, which is an incredible feat. So, hats off, Moffat. Oh, that hurt to say. Something else the episode does really well is it has the Doctor playing a teacher. And I'm not talking about the crazy old caretaker that he was at Coal Hill. I'm talking an actual university lecturer. Although, honestly, the university scenes, as good as they were lacking in one respect. And that is they cut out the scenes with me sitting in the front row in a wig and a dress with "Love You" written on my eyelids, just occasionally blinking, Honestly, it's their loss. The scene was... So, I love the episode. You probably love the episode, or at very least like it. Here are some questions to address. Here's a question. Why is River Song still being mourned over? Oh, that's right. It's Stephen Moffat. She's the Scrappy-Doo of this show, I swear to God. The fact is that it's been 50 years and we're still being subjected to these... I think there were between 6 to 10 cutaways to this photo of River Song. Just subtle reminders from Moffat to remind you of how important this character is to the fabric of this show. Now, I like my Babysitter's Club Little Sister number 19 book, but I don't keep looking at... Sorry, I got distracted. I hope that conveyed to you in some way how much that...
Hello,
anyway, sorry about that. I obviously didn't...
darkness, my...
Right. Little distracting. Another question. Bill's mum. Is it implied, and this is how I got it, but is it implied that the Doctor was given the rug by Bill and was so touched by the gesture that he decided to go back in time and take photos of Bill's mum? Did he make sure that he was visible in the mirror as kind of a breadcrumb to test Bill and her intuitiveness? Follow-up question. Why didn't Bill chase him on this? That seems like a pretty big detail. They might deal with this down the road. And the final question is, why is the rug under the TARDIS? For that to have happened, logically, then the TARDIS would have to take off and someone would have to put the rug down and then the TARDIS would have to rematerialize on the rug. Maybe that's what Nardole did. I don't know. And another question, Nardole. Why was Nardole extra robotic at the start of the episode? Why was his arm creaking? And why did that bolt rivet thing seem to fall out of what I thought was maybe his armpit? Maybe that's going to be this season's Bad Wolf. Nardole's armpit spray painted all over the campus. All in all, a clean, simple, tight, well-performed episode that didn't have the Doctor acting like a complete buffoon. He was an object of respect and awe, and Bill's the best. I love Bill. Pearl Mackie, if you're watching, just amazing. Amazing performance. So in closing, you know what? Like 8 or 9 out of 10. And I cannot wait to see the next episode of Season 10 of Doctor Who. And I didn't think I'd be saying that, but here we are. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this recap of the pilot. Why'd they call it that? Oh, that's right, it was a key plot point. I'm Paul Verhoeven. You can catch me every Thursday morning on ABC Me in Steampunks. You can listen to my gaming podcast, 28 Plays Later, every week on iTunes. And also, I've got a whole bunch of other stuff happening on this channel, so don't forget to hit subscribe. You can follow me on Twitter at Paul Verhoeven. A lot of info, but when it comes down to it, it's a good time to be a Doctor Who fan. So I'll see you next week.